Morning. It's Monday. I'm tired. I got here late. Well, not late, but usually I get here around 8 and it's like 8:30. 1 second. Okay, so before I start the day, I'm going to show you what I do every week with my read alouds. So I'm going to turn the camera around. So I have these little stands here and I put out 3 of the read alouds that I'm going to do during the week. I usually do 3 a week, and then I swap them out at the end of the week. So last week I read How Full Is Your Bucket? I read some of Cam Jansen and Enemy Pie. So we take those ones down now and they go back in my closet, and then this week's books we put them back up. So this week, because we're doing math, we're going to read A Place for Zero. And then I have another book here, Greater Estimations. And my favorite one is How Many Jelly Beans. So I just put them out so the kids can see them and know that this week we are going to be reading all 3 of those. I put them here because my carpet's here, so it's easy for them to see the books. Plus I want to keep them separate from my classroom library, so right now they're back there. I might move them, but they are over top of the math manipulatives and I kind of like that they're over there, so I might move them. I haven't decided yet. So anyway, basically what I'm gonna do now, ooh, I'm cut off, these sunglasses. What I'm gonna do now is eat my breakfast and then just make sure I have my schedule up and my day ready to go. I have kindergarten planning time this afternoon as well, so I'm going to do that. I think I'm gonna get the kids to set up their binders today. Hopefully they all bring in their dividers, and then if they do bring in their dividers, I will show you how I do those and how I get them to set them up. I do when I'm in grade 3, taught grade 3 and grade 4, but I didn't do it last year when I taught grade 6, just because last year was like a difficult year. Being back in grade 4 has reminded me how much I enjoy my job. Last year was just difficult. I had difficult class, broke my leg, didn't get to work very much. It was just a hot mess. So being here this year at a new school, and yeah, it works out really well. Anyway, I'm gonna open my coffee to cool it down because, fun fact, I don't drink coffee when it's hot. I only drink it when it's cold. So I always open it and let it cool down. And I'm gonna eat my breakfast and make sure everything's ready to go for the day. I will check in with you guys during recess. Bye. It's recess. Okay, so this morning I went over how we read, what we read, and then we talked about why we read. And then after we had that whole conversation, we went over our reading log. So I made this reading log, and there's a different activity for each day. I give them 20 minutes a day to read at school, and that's just like a set 20-minute period so that they actually get some reading done, and then they have an activity to do every day during their reading time. So they already read their 20 minutes before recess, and then after recess they're going to eat their snack and fill out the first section and put it in their binder. This also is helping them track how much they read at home, because I do expect them to read every night for homework, obviously, and then at the end of the week they write their total amount of minutes that they've read and then get it signed by a parent and their student signature. And then I just made it double-sided so that they have one for next week as well. Yeah, so that is their reading log. After recess we are going to be doing, sorry, it's like really loud in the hallway right now, I don't know if you can hear that, but next after recess we have math, and we are going to be doing a math game for addition and subtraction. So I will let you know how that goes, and then if it goes well, I will explain it to you and show you what we did, as long as it goes well. But yeah, so far so good. I'm drinking my coffee, so I'm a lot more awake now. We have our staff meeting on Wednesday. I thought it was today and I thought it was late, but it's on Wednesday. So cool. I will check in with you guys in a bit. Bye. Hello. Okay, so before period 3 is weird because they have a 15-minute recess in the morning and then they come in for 45 minutes and then it's lunch. So period 3 is like the fastest period before lunch. All we did today was set up our Friday folder binders and put their reading log in there, and I talked to them a little bit about that. Now after recess they have phys ed, and then period 5 we are going to do math. I know that I said that we were going to do math earlier, but I thought it wasn't gonna. I'm used to grade 6s because last year I taught grade 6, so I didn't think it was going to take them half an hour to put their dividers in a binder and to put one sheet of paper in their binder and put it back on the shelf, but it did definitely take half an hour. So we move on. So after recess we are going to be doing the math activity, which again I will explain after lunch, and I'll show you a little bit how it works, a little bit of how it works. Wow, I can't speak. And because I'm gonna go eat. But first, I just wanted to show you something that I found at Winners, which is like TJ Maxx. So it's these dry erase paper pads. So there's 36 sheets in it. I found it was only $9. There's 36 sheets, and this is what I'm using on the back wall. And instead of having like dry erase boards, I'm gonna hand these out to the kids. Hopefully they don't rip them. But yeah, I'm gonna pass these out to them to use as dry erase. It's a cheap alternative. If I find that they are getting folded and bent and whatever, I will figure out a way to like mount them on something so that they're a little more sturdy. But in the meantime, we'll see how this works. We have a activity that we're gonna do with math, so I'll explain that in a second when I come back from eating my lunch. Hi guys. Okay, so sorry, I was on the phone. It's planning time right now. My class is in phys ed, so I'm gonna quickly show you the game that we're going to play in math. It's just a basic adding game so I can see how the kids add. So I have cards, and I'm gonna split the kids into groups of 5, and basically all they're gonna do is hand out all the cards to everybody. And so let's say 2. Okay, let's just okay, wait. So we're gonna hand out all the cards to everybody. Then everybody is going to flip over one card. I guess I should probably shuffle these. Yeah, let me shuffle them first. Oopsie. So once everybody has handed out all the cards, then everybody at the same time is gonna flip over a card, just like you would do in war. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so let's say that I'm gonna switch some of these because I gotta shuffle them a little bit better. And I'll get rid of this one. So the cards that were flipped over was an ace, which is a 1, a jack, a 10, a 9, and a 3. So what the group needs to do is they need to make a 3-digit number and a 4-digit number, or a 3-digit number and a 2-digit number, just depending on what comes up. So in this case, what we're going to do is anything that's a jack, a queen, or a king is going to act as a 0. Okay, so this is going to act as a 0 because we do have a 10. So what they're going to do is they're going to have to regroup. So they have a 10, just say they have a 10 and a 9. So their 2-digit number can be 19. 10 and 9, 19. then their 3-digit number would be 103 or 301 or 310 or 130, whatever they want. So once they have their 19 and their 130, what they're going to do is they are going to add 130 plus 19, sorry, backwards. Is this backwards? I don't know. I don't know if my viewfinder. So they're gonna have 130 and then they're gonna have 19. They're gonna add these two together, and then once they've added them together, they're going to subtract them. So they're gonna do 130 subtract 19. The first person who is done correctly will get a point. This whiteboard is what they're going to use to solve their questions. So then whoever wins will get to keep all of these cards, and all of these cards will go to the bottom of their pile, and then you will do it again. So everybody will flip over like war. 5 cards, they will make a 2-digit number and a 3-digit number. They will add and subtract those, and then so on and so forth. So basically, yeah, that's what they're gonna do. We'll see how it goes. I don't know if I really added, if I explained that correctly, but yeah, that's what they're gonna do. Basically, like I said, I need to stop saying basically. Like I said, all of the face cards, jacks, queens, kings, are zeros. The only number that is a 2-digit number when they flip it over is the 10. And if it is a 10, they have to regroup the 10 and make it, or group the 10 with a single number. So it wouldn't be 102, it would be 12. Because 2 plus 10. Unless they put this in their 3-digit number. If they put it in their 3-digit number, then it would be 817 if they put it in their 3-digit number. So yeah, that's what they're gonna do. We'll see how it goes. I'll let you know. I may have to tweak it a little bit, just depends. So we'll see how it goes. After they come back from phys ed, I'm just gonna quickly shuffle up all of these decks because I just realized that they are all not shuffled. There's also some jokers in here, and I keep the jokers in. If the jokers are in there, again, they just act as a 0. Jokers act as a 0. So yeah, that's what we're doing for math. I think it's a fun activity. We'll see how it goes. This is the first math thing that we're doing. The reason why I'm doing it is mostly just because I want to see how they add, and if they're capable of adding and subtracting 3-digit and 2-digit numbers, because in grade 4 we move on to 4- and 5-digit numbers, addition and subtraction. So I want to make sure that this is good before we move on. Yes. Okay, cool. I will talk to you guys in a bit. I forgot to check in, so before I go home, I just finished bus duty. The math game went really well. They really liked it. So we did addition. Tomorrow morning we are going to do subtraction. They asked me if we could play again, so it went really well. I don't know if I explained it perfectly or not. It may have been a little bit confusing because I was a little bit distracted last time I checked in, but I will check in tomorrow morning and I'll kind of review how I played the game so that if anybody wants to play it, they can play it in their class. It went really, really well, so that's always a plus. My kids didn't stack their chairs today because I had music at the end of the day. I'm not stacking them, I'm just gonna leave them, and I am about to go home. I will check in with you guys when I go home because I'm going to show you what I'm currently working on, which is kind of funny, but yes. Bye. Morning. I am vlogging with my phone today because I forgot my camera at home after I was importing my stuff onto my computer. I just got here. It is almost 8:50. Well, I didn't just get here. I was on the phone with my friend in the parking lot for a while, and she was telling me a story, and I just came inside now. But I have gifts. So I will show you what I have. Everyday book box. It's orange, so it's reading level, individual books, black line masters, and reading tips for teachers and parents. And this is by Scholastics. So the librarian ordered this for all teachers because a lot of the teachers were saying that they didn't have like a classroom library. I do have a lot of books for my classroom library, but those are my personal books. So a lot of teachers wanted to order some from school. So that's the first thing. And then the second thing is this benchmark assessment package, and that's just to figure out what each kid's reading level is, which I need to start doing that. So I'm gonna open these things up, take a look inside. This is new from, this is different than what we used to use. This is a brand new thing that we started using this year. We used to use Cassie, but this year we're using this. I don't even know what this is. I've never used it before. So we'll take a look inside and see what's in there, and yeah, so let's do that.
Ready? No, not yet. Okay.
Ready?
Who's marking this? That's mine.
Okay, hurry up, you're taking too long.
3, 2, 1. Okay, let's go. Okay, who's gonna do it? Me or you? Okay. So let's do 160 minus 81.
Are you allowed to do 160 though? Because that's a 10.
Okay, now we're gonna start. Okay.
So you have to do 610.
Let's do 610.
610 and minus 80.
Okay, minus
or wait,
81.
No, 18.
18. Okay, let's 600. 610.
610.
I'm not ready yet.
110 minus
80 minus 18.
18.
Okay, 18. Okay, is everybody ready?
No. Yeah.
Ready. Okay, 3, 2, 1.
Okay. 3, 2, 1.
Done. Done. 612.
Okay, so
You didn't borrow. You have to borrow.
Done.
No, Ali didn't borrow.
Okay, it's between me and you.
Hi guys, it's the end of the day. So I totally didn't vlog at all today. It was a super busy day. So because
in 300 meters, turn left on Colonial Drive.
Listen. So, sorry, GPS. I'm on my way home. I'm actually just going to go to Panera and pick up something to eat. And I didn't vlog like at all.
Turn left on Colonial Drive.
Sorry guys. But this afternoon let me stop driving and then I will let you know what I did, okay? Bye. Okay, so I'm at a stoplight now. I didn't vlog today. What if I put you here? Is that gonna work? Okay, so I didn't vlog today because I forgot and I was actually like a little busy. So all I did this afternoon, what did we do today? I don't even remember. Today is all a blur, man. Sorry, you can probably hear my ticker. Oh, we played the math game that I played yesterday. This time we changed the rules a little bit, so it was a little bit different. And I ended up having them make their numbers, make sure that everybody in their group had the numbers written down correctly, because we had some problems with people not writing down the right numbers, and then subtracting, because it was getting a little bit crazy with these kiddies because they weren't writing down the questions correctly, and then they were fighting because they didn't have the right answer. So I had them do that, and then
Sorry, we're struggling real hard today with this driving and this vlogging. So after we did that, it went a lot smoother once they all had it written down. I said count to 3, then solve, because they weren't fighting as much and be like, oh, he told me the wrong number, blah, 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 whatever. So it worked really well. They really liked the game. They were like begging me to play it after lunch. And I was like, no, we can't play it after lunch because we had to do our reading log. So I was on day 6 of the first 20 days of independent reading. And we were talking about reading logs. And it was Tuesday on the reading log. And it was asking them to make a prediction about the book that they were going to read. So I realized that the students in my class don't know how to make a prediction. And like, I've taught grade 4 before. I taught grade 4 for 3 years before last year, and I taught a 3-4 split the year before that. So I've taught grade 4 4 times, and I think it's crazy that I forget that these kids or these students don't know what a prediction is. They don't know what the word infer means, and especially they don't know the words compare and contrast, which was kind of like heart-wrenching to me, because I'm like, how do you not know what these things are? But I have to remember these kids are like 8, and I'm used to last year when I was teaching 12-year-olds, and they were kind of like more with it. So I would say go do this, and they already knew. So I'm not really used to it. So new territory for me. It feels like I'm going backwards, but I just got to remember that I need to like explicitly teach a lot of these things because they forget. So yeah. What else did we do? I gave them a reading comprehension, and when I gave them their reading comprehension paper, a lot of them struggled to get through it. It was a little bit harder. It was probably like exactly grade 4 level, maybe a little bit higher than grade 4 level. And I did that on purpose, and I told them not to be frustrated. Sorry. I told them not to be frustrated if they didn't know what a word was or didn't understand the text, because we were going to go
In 300 meters, turn right.
And I don't know where I am. I'm supposed to go straight. I'm not supposed to go right. These guys are liars. I'm gonna go straight. But anyway, it was difficult for them. But once I read it to them and we went over it, I think it was more obviously reading comprehension, because when I read it to them and they heard it, and we went over the questions, they were able to figure out the answers, which was
turn right.
So I'm here at Panera and Best Buy. I'm not going to go into Best Buy because I don't need anything. But I am at Panera, and I am going to go in and grab some stuff, and then I'm going to come out. This vlogging is brutal.
You've arrived at your destination.
Thanks. I will talk to you guys in a bit. Hey guys, super fail today with the vlogging. It's lunchtime. So this morning we had a staff meeting. So I wasn't in my classroom until the bell rang because my school ends late. We decided to have our staff meeting in the morning. So this morning all I did was continue reading the chapter book that they wanted me to read. There's only one chapter left, so I finished that. And then we started talking about math and guided math and how that works. And we started talking about the different things that we look for when we're answering math questions. So the question that I gave them today is, how can you show me the number 45? Show me in as many different ways as possible. And we talked about how in math we can use pictures to show what we know, numbers to show what we know, words to show what we know, and there's a bunch of different ways that we can show what we know in math. So what we ended up doing was they did that together as a group, and they did it in groups before. I made them do it on a piece of paper and write as many different ways as they can do it. Then, when they went outside for recess, I looked at their paper and was like, okay, I think they understand this. So then I gave them a piece of paper for them to do it on their own. So I just made this, and I just gave them exactly the same question. How can you show me the number 35? Show me in as many different ways as possible. And then they just had to show me in a different way. So this person did
addition and subtraction. They also did some making groups. They wrote everything. They didn't use words, but they did do most of the other things, which is totally fine. And then down here at the bottom is just like a mini checklist that I gave them for knowledge and understanding, thinking, application and communication, and it just basically says what they should be doing and if they did that in their answering. So we did that. Most of the kids did pretty well. A lot of them were having difficulty with like other than adding and subtracting, but that's kind of a given because it's been summer and some of them haven't practiced, obviously. So and making pictures, a lot of them can't use pictures to show math. It's strange to me, but we're definitely going to work on that. So that's what I did for math. After recess, what we're doing is an introduction to French, and we're going to definitely be doing that, and that should be interesting. And then after they have phys ed, and at the end of the day we have science and social studies. We're not doing science and social studies today. We will be doing something else. I will check in with you guys during my planning time and let you know what we will be doing. I'm going to go eat my lunch now. Sorry, that was like super speedy. I had a lot of stuff to share with you because I forgot to vlog this morning. But yeah, I'm definitely going to check in with you guys during phys ed because I will be in my class, so it won't be awkward for me to talk in the staff room. Bye guys. Hello, it's planning time. So, we had French. It was fun. We just played the game Mingle. I don't know if anybody's ever played that, but basically what happens is the kids all walk around and they go mingle, 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 or you play music, and then when the music stops, you turn to the person that's closest to you and you do the oral communication activity. Sorry. So basically what happens is the kids walk around the classroom and they go mingle, mingle, mingle while music is playing and they're dancing and whatever. And then once the music stops, they turn to the person who's closest to them and then they do the conversation activity that you guys discussed. So in grade 4 is the first year that in my school board they start learning French. So today was our first day of French and I basically just taught them how to say hello, my name is, insert your name, and then what is your name? And they had a very short conversation with each other. So I taught them how to say that, and then they were walking around going mingle, mingle, mingle. We were listening to some songs. I pressed stop. They turned to their friend and they would say bonjour, je m'appelle, whatever, comment t'appelles-tu? And then their partner would reply je m'appelle, whatever, and then they switched, and then the second partner would say bonjour, je m'appelle, whatever, comment t'appelles-tu, and then that person, their partner, would say je m'appelle, whatever. So yeah, it went really well. They had fun. We are going to be doing a lot of conversation games like that because in grade 4, when you are learning French for term 1 report cards, all you have to do is listening and speaking. So we do a lot of listening and a lot of speaking activities because this is the first time for most of them that they've done French of any kind. So definitely learn the best by speaking the language. So we do a lot of speaking activities. They had a lot of fun. It's planning time now. My class is in phys ed and I am going to be working on some stuff for the rest of the day, and I'm going to go over their math that they did this morning. I will talk to you guys in a little bit if I don't forget, because I keep forgetting. It's 5 o'clock. My Staples order got here. I just spent some time talking to the grade 4-5 teacher about some like planning, and once I get in the car I'll talk to you more about it, but like stuff went down today and we need to change it, so I'll tell you a little bit more about that once I get into the car.
Our school has a house system. So I came from a school that had a house system in place, and every single kid in the school was part of a house. Each house gained points at the end of each year. The team with the house with the most points won a trophy, whatever. So the principal that was at my old school is now the principal at the school that I'm at now, and what was I saying? House system. So the principal at my old school is the principal that's at my school now. So we're implementing the house system at my school now, and we're thinking about doing some stuff with that, where the kids could not only earn points for their house, but earn points within their classroom. Because when I taught grade 4 the last time, one of the things that I implemented in my class was Survivor Challenge. So I put all the kids into different groups, and it was based off of different survivor tribes. And what I did was, whenever they heard the survivor music, they'd have to stop everything that they were doing and get into their survivor tribes, and then I would give them a task and they would have to do it. So it could be literally at any time. Hi. So, sorry, my mom called and reminded me that it's my aunt's birthday today, and I didn't call her because I am a terrible, terrible person. So I just called her. But yeah, basically, moral of the story is, I need to shorten this. Every morning, we are going to try to do some sort of morning meeting that incorporates a conversational game, a social game, some sort of zones of regulation, just to get them up, moving, talking to each other, and interacting with each other in the appropriate way. Then, after that, what we decided is, because they're all in a house system, we're going to get the houses, and we're going to make small teams. Our classes are very, very small because it is a brand new school. So I only have 16 kids in my class. Grade 4-5 teacher has 20 kids in her class. The grade 3 teacher only has 10 kids in her class. So we don't have that many kids. We have 46 kids. There will be about 10 or 11 kids on a team because we have 4 different houses. So because we have 4 different houses, what's going to happen is we're going to give them a challenge a week. So sometimes it'll be an academic challenge, sometimes it'll be a physical challenge, sometimes it'll be a mental challenge, sometimes it'll be a social challenge. So we're going to give them a bunch of different challenges, just like they would do on the game Survivor, and we'll call it the Survivor Challenge. And it'll give them a chance to be competitive, but it will do it in a way that teaches them how to be collaborative, because that's the main issue. The main issue is that they do not collaborate well, because they're always yelling about who's right and who's wrong and all this stuff. So we're hoping that by showing them that they can be collaborative in a way where they don't necessarily have control over the situation, it'll teach them how to be nicer to one another. So I don't know. We'll see how it goes. I think that it'll go well. Like I said, I've done this before when I was teaching grade 4, and it worked out really well. The kids loved it. They really, really, really looked forward to doing survivor challenges. So yeah, wow, I need to stop yawning. What's going on here? So hopefully it all works out. I hope it does. I'm gonna go home tonight. The plan was tonight to just chill and relax, but I really got to do something. I didn't do anything yesterday or the day before, and I didn't really do a whole lot on the weekend for planning, because I basically have my first 3 months of school planned, but it's more so just like making sure that I have everything ready. So when I go home tonight, I'm going to do that.
Okay, so I got my social studies books this morning, which is fantastic. And then I just put all my things, manipulatives that I got, not manipulatives, supplies from Staples I got, and I put them away in the little sliding cupboard thingy over here. And then a couple of days ago we did a little activity where I asked the kids to write one nice message to somebody that they weren't necessarily friends with and tell them why you like them and what makes them a good friend to you, even if it wasn't something that was super detailed. So I just put all of those little post-its on the kids' desks this morning, and for any students that didn't receive one, I wrote one for them because I just want to make sure that everybody gets one this morning. So there was only about 3 kids that didn't receive one, and it's just because I have a small class and a lot of kids wrote it for the same boy. So I just wrote something short to them to tell them why I think they're a good friend to their peers in the class. So when they come in this morning, they will see that and hopefully they will enjoy it. I will talk to you guys in a bit. When we come in this morning, we're going to do some activities on growth mindset for period 1 and for most of period 2. And yeah, I'll show you how that goes because I found this super cool, like this really awesome resource on Teachers Pay Teachers. And I think it's gonna look awesome once it's done and the kids have put it all together. It'll be super cool. I will talk to you guys in a bit. Bye. Planning time. Okay, I'm finally alone. So my class is in media right now in my classroom. We just had French. It was real fun. So what I'm currently working on is some conversation cards for French. Oh, what is on my hand? I will turn you around and let you see what I am doing. So I started doing like what I was going to do month by month, but then I just started making conversation cards. So pink ones are the questions. And that's it. That's all I've done so far. Week has literally been the worst for vlogging. I apologize. It's only week 2, but it's been like crazy and I feel like I'm not doing anything. It takes forever for them to do anything. I had to teach them how to step left and right today because they didn't know their difference between left and right, which is ridiculous. Anyway, it's the end of the day. I should probably take my cups home. It's the end of the day. I'm about to go out to my car. I'm going to go home and plan for next week. I'm probably not going to check in later tonight, but I will check in with you tomorrow, and I will try to definitely vlog a little bit better tomorrow. Tomorrow is Friday. I can't believe it's Friday already, but I will talk to you guys later. Bye. Morning. I look real tired today. I just got to school. I'm in the parking lot, picking up my stuff. It's time to go inside. Wow, I look really tired. Not cute. Going inside. I will check in with you when we get inside and let you know what we're doing for the day. Hello. Okay, so this morning, this morning, what we are going to be doing is I'm going to be reading the book, The Dot, and after I read this, we are going to do a activity. Now, the reason why we're doing this is because yesterday we did an activity and the day before we were doing an activity on growth mindset, and I'm just continuing that, and today's read aloud is going to be The Dot. Pretty simple. If you've never read The Dot before by Peter Reynolds, it's fantastic. All we're gonna do is read the dot, have a conversation about it, and then the kids are gonna create their own dots however they want, and they will be posted up in the classroom somewhere. Where, I don't know, but eventually they will go up. So that's what we will be doing today at period 1. Period 2, I have planning time. And then after recess, we have art and drama, and then music at the very end of the day. So I will be doing something with them in art, probably continuing something to do with Dot. And then, yeah, not probably, we will be continuing to do something with the Dot. Once we finish that, I will show you how it turned out, and I'll let you know some more details about the lesson. But basically more or less what we're doing is we're reading the Dot, having a conversation about growth mindset, because we did watch some videos yesterday on that and the kids really enjoyed it. And then we will be creating our own dots to show our own creativity, and how even though we might think that we're not great at art, we can figure out a way to be good at art. But yeah, I will talk to you guys later. You know what's cool? I didn't realize it. Today is September 15th, and today is International Dot Day. So I feel like I probably planned that when I was doing my planning for the year or the summer. But yeah, today is International Dot Day, so today is a perfect day for me to do this lesson. I just realized this. I'm real tired. But yeah, that's pretty cool. Just so happened that that worked out. But like I said, it's probably because I planned it that way in the summer when I was planning. But I just remembered right now. Well, I opened my computer, and when I opened my computer, it came up on my calendar that it was International Dot Day. So anyway, yeah, cool beans. I will talk to you guys later. Okay, so my hair. So this morning I read them the book The Dot by Chris Reynolds, and now I just left them with a phys ed teacher who finishes off language for me, and they are making their dots. Basically all I did was read the book. We talked about what the book was about and how we need to challenge ourselves in things that we might not necessarily think we're good at. And then I gave them a giant piece of chart paper, and as a group I said, make a dot, and or show me something that has to do with dots. So they are making a huge chart paper right now of dots, or a dot without it actually being a dot. So they're figuring it out. The boys are literally just like jamming their markers into the paper. The girls are actually planning it out. Not surprising, but we'll see what that looks like once I go back. They're getting about half an hour to work on it. So yeah, we shall see how that goes. Right now I'm just in the staff room, and I am going to work on some stuff for next week. I decorated the room, so I made that a bulletin board there, and then I also made a laminating bulletin board that I posted on my Instagram yesterday. I'll turn the camera around and show you because I'm crazy. So this is our laminating bulletin board, Laminating 101, a how-to guide. And then we have all the steps, and then how to change your roll on the bottom with pictures, because again, I'm crazy, and it's been jammed like 4 times already, and so I made this guide so that people know what to do to prevent jams from happening. This week was a terrible week for vlogging. I didn't vlog very much. It is currently 4:30 and I'm leaving school now because somebody jammed the laminator, so I had to fix that because nobody knows how to. So I unjammed it and set it up again. Hopefully this happens every Friday. It happened this Friday, it happened last Friday, so I think people just need to not laminate on Fridays so that I don't have to unjam it before I go home. Anyway, this week was a bad week for vlogging. Hopefully next week is better. I am on my way home now, and I will plan this week, and hopefully I will vlog some of that so that you can see what I'm planning for next week. I will talk to you guys later. Bye. I'm making glue sponges because my glue finally got here. Oh gosh. So basically, I just take Elmer's glue and there is a sponge on the bottom of there, and then I just pour the glue over it, and then the sponge will soak it up. It'll take a few days for it to like soak up, but I'm just doing it now, so hopefully by the time we need to use it, it'll be ready. I'm gonna put it in the bins over there so that it is out of the way. Focus. So I got these containers from Dollar Tree. They fit sponges on the bottom perfectly. And I like these ones because I feel like they're a little more sturdy and they snap together very, very strongly. Good morning. So we did place value this morning. 1 second. Sorry. So we started place value this morning, and I needed to teach the kids how to write in a math notebook because they don't know how to write in a notebook. So right now I am writing on the board. I'll turn the camera around and I will show you how I'm writing it so that these kids understand how they're supposed to set up their page, because they were just writing all over the place. It was a hot mess, so we had to start over. But I will turn around and I will show you. 1 second. So star means skip a line, that means new line, and we had to start. So skip a line, these are all new lines. Because they don't know how to write in a book. And usually I would be using PowerPoint or Google Slides. We don't have our projectors yet. We don't have our computers yet. We have no technology other than my laptop, so I just have my PowerPoint on my laptop and I'm writing it on the board and they're copying it down because we haven't gotten our projectors yet. New school problems. Hopefully those come soon, because this is a struggle, man. This is a struggle. They're at recess right now. When they come back inside, we will continue with math. Right now we're just learning about standard form. And then later this week I have some fun stuff for them. We are going to, the plan is to have our place value boot camp. So I worked on that, created that all weekend, and we're supposed to do it on Thursday or Friday. So that just depends on how many, if we actually get all of the work done. So today we're doing standard form. Tomorrow we're supposed to do expanded form. The day after, base 10 form, and word form should just easily slide in there. And then hopefully that means by Thursday or Friday we can have our first boot camp. I'm excited. So yeah, I will talk to you guys in a bit. I have planning time period 4, so right after lunch. So let me see if I can get you higher. Ah, perfect. So I'm making a Wow Work bulletin board. It is open house on Friday, or Thursday night we're doing our open house. So I just printed out Wow Work, and then I have a bunch of different colored papers here that I'm going to put up on my board to display their work. I think I'm gonna make them magnetic, so I'm gonna put magnets on the back of these to stick onto the blackboard. Ooh. Because I want to get their work up in the classroom, because science and social studies is there important stuff is here. We have math, language, and French, but I don't have anywhere, I don't have a bulletin board in the classroom to actually display their work. I was thinking of putting it like right here behind me, but I want it to be at the front of the class where they can see it, not at the back of the class, because I want it to be like the focus of the classroom. Plus, once I have my screen there for my projector, it'll be behind the screen, so it'll be pulled down, but then it'll be displayed once they're actually doing work, which is cool. So I'm going to turn the camera around. I'm going to show you exactly where I want to put it. So sorry, the front of my class is actually a disaster right now because we had math and stuff. So this board right here is literally doing nothing, and I don't use chalk because it gives me rashes. I was gonna put their work up on the top, but then that's annoying to like get up there every 2 seconds constantly, because then I gotta get up on a chair and it's just a disaster. So 1 second, let me try to get you straight again. So I'm going to do that. I'm just waiting for the laminator to heat up. I'm going to laminate these words and cut them out. My class is in phys ed right now, but they had to go take their individual pictures. We are not having our class pictures today for whatever reason. I don't know why. I think we're doing our class pictures on picture retake day, which is weird. But whatever, that just means that I'm going to have to, oh no, whatever, hopefully it's fine. That just means I'm going to have to remember to dress up again, which isn't a huge deal, but not that I'm like super dressy or anything. I'm literally wearing like a black shirt, but I curled my hair, and I usually don't curl my hair because my hair is perfectly straight. Anyway, so let me just laminate these. After they come inside, what I am going to do is I got my Scholastic book order forms, so I'm gonna hand out those, and then they have recess. So period 5, and then at the end of the day, period 6, they have music, and I have kindergarten planning, which kindergarten planning will be fun. I actually think I'm going to quickly, while my laminator is heating up, go photocopy the pages that I need for kindergarten, because or else I'm gonna forget. So you probably saw this. Again, it was dot day on Friday. I did a dot activity with my class, but because I didn't have kindergarten that day because we had an assembly, I wasn't able to do the dot activity with my class, so with the kindergartens that I cover. So today what I'm doing is I'm reading them the book, the dot, and then we're going to be doing this quiver activity. So it's quiver dot day, and then they just color their dot here, and then you use the quiver app and it makes it 3-dimensional. I think the kindergartens will think that is pretty cool. I didn't do it with my grade 4s because I don't think that I've done it before. I don't think they're gonna like enjoy it. So I'm gonna do it with the kindergartens. They'll probably think it's fantastic. I'm going to go photocopy this now, and then hopefully when I come back the laminator will be hot enough. I will be right back. I'm just gonna go photocopy. So I got it photocopied. This is for kindergarten, so I need to put it there so that I remember. Laminator is ready to go, so I'm just gonna laminate these, and then I'm gonna start putting up my WOW work board. If I get it all up, I will show you what it looks like. I'm still trying to figure out, I think I'm gonna use magnets. That's the plan. So I will show you what it ends up looking like if I finish. back to regular audio. When I'm in my classroom on planning time, I always play music because music makes me want to work. If I'm in here and it's like super quiet, I get real bored, then I get sleepy, and then I don't want to like actually work. So I always have my speaker and I play music whenever I have planning time in my classroom, just because it keeps me going. And I always play like upbeat music. So I showed you the song that I was listening to. But yeah, I feel like, for me anyway, I like to have that happening, or else, like I said, I'm not productive on my planning time if I'm just kind of sitting here, because I get tired and these kids wear you out. So anyway, I'm going to continue cutting out my letters and I will check back in later. Hello everyone. It is Tuesday and it is currently 2:13. Good afternoon. And right now is the first time I'm checking in today. I had some things to deal with this morning, and I was getting my Scholastic book orders ready to go home, and it was just really super busy. So it's planning time now. After this planning time, it is recess. So I only have an hour, because 45 minutes for the period and then 15-minute recess. All I'm doing right now is just getting stuff ready for Friday, because on Friday we're going to have our place value boot camp. So I'll show you what I came up with so far. So what I did was I created some cadet badges, and then underneath it says draw your cadet number. So they have to use base 10 to draw their cadet number. And what I did was I ordered these little plastic things, and then it has lanyards that come with it. Let me just get the lanyards. Oh my goodness, so crazy. So all you do is you put this through here and then that on there, and that's their lanyard. So this is what they're gonna wear on our boot camp day. And then it says their name and then their cadet number, which I just made up, and then they'll have to draw it, and that's what they'll wear. I'm gonna photocopy this and put it on green paper so that everything is green. So that's the first thing I did. After that, what I did is I created different stations. So I did A through O, and each one has a different task for them to do. So the first one says write the following number in expanded form, gives them the number, and then says find the tens columns, do that many jumping jacks. So they'll do that. Then it has all the way until O. So those, what I'm going to do is photocopy them again on green paper and then post them up in the classroom somewhere, and then they'll go to that station and they'll do it. I have a rest station for thousands. I also have a jumping jack station, a sit-up station, and then a toe touch station. So there's those. And then the last thing that they are going to get is this place value boot camp worksheet, and here it says what to do. Walk around the classroom and find all the clues. Answer the clues in the letter box that matches. So it just looks like this, and it's A through O, and they just have to answer it in that section. So that's what we're doing on Thursday or Friday. It's looking like we're gonna do it on Friday. So what I'm going to do now that I have all these lanyards is I am going to go and photocopy my stations and my cadet badges so that I can get them stuffed into these for Friday. I will be right back. Hi guys, I'm back. So what I'm doing now is just stamping my paper. So I have this Scholastics thing that I wrote up, and it's just a letter to parents, and then on the back it just explains how to do certain things. So what I'm doing, I send this home every time we do a Scholastic book order. All I'm doing is stamping the paper now to say what date it's due back to school, because I send this paper home every time we do Scholastic, so once a month, because sometimes some parents don't do it. So what I'm doing right now is just stamping all of them. It's just easier because then I can like mass produce them. I only have one, and then usually what I do is I get the kids to stamp them. Now this stamp that I have here is, I don't even know what kind of stamp it is. Anyway, on one side here it has all the dates, so it says Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Then there's an arrow, goal, to do, and then it says hooray, and then the last one says birthday. And then you just turn this to get the one that you want, and then on this side is all the dates and everything. Now I wash mine after I clean it with alcohol after I stamp, just so that if I'm stamping something it doesn't get all cakey, and it just stamps like that. Monday, September 25th is when this is due. And I just have a pink stamp, of course, because pink is my favorite color. So the stamp, the Scholastic book order that we are doing, I have one for grade 4, one for grade 3, the back to school Scholastic book order, and then I also have one that's French. So if the kids wanted to buy French books, because I do teach my class French as well, they could also order those. Now in the past, I haven't done Scholastic. Like my class would do Scholastic, but one of the other teachers was in charge of it. So this is the first year that I've actually done Scholastic myself. So this should be interesting. We'll see if kids actually bring it back. It's always hit or miss depending on the school. Sometimes you have lots of kids that bring theirs back, and others you don't have very many. The other thing that's cool to know is if you do have kids in your class that parents speak a different language, especially in this community that I'm working in right now, a lot of their parents they're new to the country and they speak English, obviously, because they're coming to school and they're learning, but their parents either speak only a little bit of English or no English at all, and then their home language is different than the language that we speak in class. So a cool thing to know about Scholastic's website is that they offer their send home letter if you're not making your own in different languages. So this one that I have here is in Arabic, and I just have it written, it's in Arabic. I just got this off the website, and then I also have some kids in my class that speak Cantonese and Mandarin, so I have it in Cantonese and Mandarin. So I'll give them the English letter, but I'm also going to give them the letter here as well. Because I want to make sure that their parents understand what this is for, so that if the kids want to order something, they know how to do it. So I'm just stamping all of these right now. I love stamping. Is this a thing that everybody likes to do? I think it's like my favorite thing to do. Stamp things. Not a lot of teachers use stamps anymore.
I have this stamp. I also have another stamp, which is just a one that says this week, focus, goals, reminders, today, important, top priority, to do, an arrow, and what else? I don't, oh. How do we, what the, why isn't it turning? There we go. What does that one say? That says reminders. This one doesn't turn very well, so that's why I clean my stamps, because note to self. Wow, after all that. Anyway, I'm gonna continue stamping. Oops. And then after recess, when they come back inside, we didn't fill in our reading log yesterday, so we read this morning independently. This afternoon, I'm going to read to them, but they still have to fill out their reading log because I'm going to start a new book with them. I like reading short books. Last week, I read Cam Jansen novel. We got through it in the week, so I like doing that after recess at the end of the day because they're usually tired and there's not much that you can do. So what I'm going to do is give them their Scholastic thing. I am going to let them look through it and then kind of circle what they want, and once they finish circling what they want, then I'm going to have them read. So I'm going to continue stamping these and then I will get back. I'm not talking a whole lot. Hello. It's planning time. I did not. Let me close the door. So I did not vlog today. This morning we had a staffing committee meeting, so I didn't check in this morning, and then at lunch I was busy running around doing stuff. It is planning time right now. I'm just getting things finalized for boot camp on Friday. I just asked the custodian to lower tables for me. So my tables have been lowered. I have 2 tables. I'll turn around. So that one's lowered and that one's lowered. Now all I need is to get seating for that. So I'm trying to think of some like cheap seating or seating alternatives for them to have. I'm thinking of stools, but I want like low stools, like ones that are low to the ground, but I just don't know what I'm going to get. So I feel like, I don't know, like I have a beanbag chair, but one second, let's look up some Pinterest and talk about inexpensive. Flexible seating. So if you guys have any suggestions or any ideas or anything that you might think of for an inexpensive flexible seating option, let me know for low tables, because our chairs are obviously going to be a little bit too high. So low tables is what I have. They're not super low, so it needs to be something that's like gonna lift them up a little bit, because they still are little and these tables won't go any lower than what they are. I wish he would have put them like all the way down to the ground, but right now that's as low as they are getting. So yeah, let me know if you have any suggestions or ideas of what I could use for flexible seating. But other than that, there's nothing else really for me to tell you right now, other than we're just still getting ready for our thing on Friday, our boot camp on Friday. I haven't told the kids. I just told them to expect something, and I told them to wear green and brown, and that is it. So they should be ready. We're still working on whole numbers. We did expanded notation today, or expanded form. Tomorrow we're just doing base 10 form, review some stuff that we've learned this week, and then Friday is the boot camp day. Tomorrow night is actually open house, so parents will be coming into our school. So I was just getting the classroom cleaned up a little bit. It's still a little bit messy, but I will clean it up a little bit. Today after work I have physio, so I need to go to physio and then home. But I think I will stop at, I don't know where I'm gonna stop, Walmart maybe, and see what kind of chairs or seating I can get for super cheap. I want something cheap. So yeah, I will check in with you guys in a bit, and I'll show you if I make anything else. Bye. Good morning. It is Thursday. I just got to school. It is late. There's lots of traffic. Today is also open house day, so I didn't want to come super early because I am going to be here pretty late tonight. So last night I went to IKEA and I got some stools. I'm going to just put those together. I got these mammoth stools, the plastic ones. I'm going to put these together and set them up at the tables. I will record me doing that. They're really easy to put together. All you do is literally push it in until it snaps. It looks like this. Super cute. I got 5. So I'm just gonna put them like this for now. I didn't vlog at all today. It's open house. And my classroom was literally a zoo. I've never had that many people come to open house before. I also had a lot of parents taking videos of my classroom, and I was like, why are you taking a video? And they're like, oh, I just want to take it so that I can send it back home to my country so they can see what the classrooms here in Canada look like. So strange, but whatever. I guess they liked it. It was a success. Literally every kid, one kid's parent didn't come, which is totally fine, but everybody came. It was a success. Everybody asked a million questions. I felt like I was bombarded. My foot hurts so bad. I did not vlog at all today. My foot was crazy. I'm flustered pretty much, but I'm just waiting just a little bit longer until we get an announcement telling us that we can leave. I'm just gonna stay probably another 15-20 minutes, then I'm gonna pack up all my stuff and go home. Tomorrow is boot camp and it's gonna be super fun. So boot camp day is tomorrow. I'm having trouble loading exporting my vlog from last week. So I think what I'm gonna do is, I'm not gonna post it tonight because I was supposed to post it yesterday, but it won't export, and I tried to do today at school because the Wi-Fi is faster here than it is at my house, and that didn't work either. So what I think I'm gonna do is I'm going to put last week's vlog and this week's vlog together because they were very short and have a
2-week vlog up this weekend, and then I'll start fresh next week and make sure that I try to vlog every single day and kind of go through what I'm doing now that we're getting into curriculum stuff. So yes, that's it for now. I will talk to you guys in a little bit. I'm just gonna pack up some stuff. I'm gonna take my laminator home because I need to laminate some stuff tonight for what's it called tomorrow? Boot camp tomorrow. I'm excited. I will talk to you guys later. Bye. Before I start anything, I'm gonna record because I said I was gonna vlog today. Today is boot camp day, hence the camo. I'm just setting up my room real quick. It's not super fancy, but I'll show it to you when it's done. I just got some stuff from Party City. I'll be back in a second to show you. This is boot camp. Welcome to boot camp. We have our stuff. We have our airplanes and our tanks. Each kid is getting their boot camp place value, their cadet badge, and a pencil. And then around the classroom, there's just different things. So this is how many minutes, and they have to answer all the questions. There's some over there, there's one there. This one is D, and it has to do with stretches, so I have some stretches there for them to do as well. So today is boot camp. Gonna be fun. I don't know what I've been told. Place value is mighty bold. I don't know if it's been said. Every place is always red. Sound off. Sound off. Sound off. Ones, tens, hundreds, thousands. Hello. It's boot camp day. I put my hair up in a ponytail because it got real hot in here, but it was so much fun. The kids were like, this is so much fun. Can we do this every month? And I was excited that they were excited, and I was just going through their boot camp place value sheets that I made, and they're actually all got it, and they're all doing really super well on it, so that's also a plus. Last period today they have music, so when everybody finished, there's about 15 minutes left, so I continued reading Bailey School Kids to them, and they all just laid down on the carpet with their pillows and took a nap. We didn't actually take a nap, we just rested because we have been doing hardcore boot camp since this morning. After recess they have music. I have to go to kindergarten, but yeah, today was a success. It was really fun. I hope that I can get some of the footage that I took and put it in my vlog this week. If not, I do post all of my stuff on Twitter because I have permission to post on Twitter. So if you wanted to follow me on Twitter to see things that I'm doing in my class, you can definitely do that as well. But yeah, it was so fun. The kids had a great time, and I'm definitely going to do it again. They were like, can we have boot camp all the time? And I was like, we're not gonna have boot camp all the time, but we will have different kind of days, but not boot camp all the time. But yeah, it's recess right now. I'm literally just gonna chill. I have my foot up because my ankle is starting to hurt. I'm going to continue marking some of these math things so I don't have to take them home this weekend. But yeah, tonight I'm gonna go home. I'm gonna edit as much as this vlog as I possibly can, and hopefully I can get it up tomorrow morning, and I'll have this week and last week's vlog. But yeah, it worked out really well. For this afternoon, what I'm doing with the kindergartners, I'm gonna read them a book called Stars in the Night Sky, and I don't know where. I have to go to the library to get it because I don't have it, but we do have it in the library. And then what they're gonna do is they're gonna trace their hands, and they're going to draw in their hands different things. So they'll color it in, and I'll cut them out, and it'll say like reach for the stars and whatever. So that's what I'm going to do with my
kindergartens this afternoon. I'm so super excited. I'm exhausted. The kids are so tired. I'm like, your parents are gonna love me because you're going to literally pass out and sleep until tomorrow morning, because one of the boys is like, we did 385 jumping jacks and 200 sit-ups and all these things. And I was like, yep. One of them was like, I did almost 2,000 toe touches today. So it was super, super fun. But yeah, I'm just going to get ready for kindergarten, and I will check in with you guys later. Bye. Ooh, I started recording. Just going to go to the staff room. And I was going to try to print something, but I'm just going to trace my hand and quickly do it. Bye. I'm sweating. The worst part of classroom transformation is taking down everything. Putting it up isn't that bad because you're like excited, but at the end of the day, I'm tired, man. I would leave it until Monday, but I don't know if I'm going to get here early on Monday, so I'm taking it down now.